Okay. Okay. My family. Here we go. Here we go. Never seen this before. We're not just dropping cards today. Alexander's going to be channeling your galactic heritage. So I'll be popping up the picture in a little bit so you can see which skull you'd like to pick. Each skull is connected to a different starseed lineage. It's connected to a different galactic heritage, which I'm not only going to drop the cards, I'm also going to be creating a container and calling in these benevolent only aspects at this present moment. So how excited are you for this new segment? I know I'm excited. I know it was coming through in my dream last night. I know that many of you probably had aspects of the self come through in your dream last night, even if they seemed like an animal, a pet, another person, somebody that you were speaking with. Throughout my entire dream state of the past 2 days, I have had all 4 of these epic starseed lineages come through. So I will be showing each of the skulls in just a moment as part of this intro to let you really sit. Now, do you have each of these galactic heritages? Do you have each of these aspects somewhere throughout time and space on the radio station of bandwidths that you are in this multidimensional reality? Of course you do. But the goal here and what Spirit wanted was for you to really, truly pick one. Pick one to have the truest essence and the truest message come through for you in this present moment. So without further ado, I'm going to get right into pulling up the picture. So you can do this right now and we can all sit. So I'm going to pull up this picture and have you sit with it while I start to create a very, very powerful container where only the highest benevolent forces can come through. All righty. Okay, present, share screen. Share screen. Share screen. Share screen. That should be sharing screen now. Okay. So you should be seeing this picture right now. So here's the picture for the numbers. So this is the order that we're going to go in. I'm going to start just creating this container. Not that I didn't start before we started. So you're not going to know until I start to shuffle which starseed lineage I'm calling through for each of these. Just trust your intuition, my family. Oh my God. Spirit's excited. Okay. Gonna sip some coffee. All right, we're gonna drop that right off. We don't need that anymore. We go here. Can we straighten this out? Can we do a little better than that, Alexander? Okay, we got a slightly crooked camera. This is live. Okay. Okay. So, first and foremost, my family. Okay, here's where we'll be starting. All right. Natural citrine. This is going to be working through your galactic heritage right there. Number 2. Oof, my God. How does he even do this? Angel Aura Labrador, right? Okay. Even I think I'm crazy sometimes. I'm like a mad scientist of crystals. Okay. Which one's calling out to you the most? Oof, my God. Yeah. before you pick any number, look at those records on the side of this amethyst. Oh my God. Okay. So you feeling that? I'm sure this is going to be very validating for some of you. And last but not least, emerald. Pyrite. The pyrite in the side of the emerald. So, okay, let's continue with the creation of this galactic container. We get to watch Alexander actually channel today. All right, so let's make some room, boys and girls. Okay. Okay. What time do we have? I'll write down 5:55. For what? Number one, starting right off. Your multidimensional Lyran aspects, my family. Okay? If you chose number one, let us please get right on into this. So, this will be my reading as well. This will be my channeling as well, because this is what I picked first. I had all these other aspects come up in my dreams. Whether it was yesterday on the 14th or today on the 15th, but this came through the strongest. So, my Lyran family, here we go. Now calling in the highest benevolent forces of Lyran light, Lyran frequency, the galactic cat frequencies, the tigers, the lions, the panthers, the tigers, my tigress sisters viewing this now. To all the gods, goddesses of highest benevolence that can assist in the purest of frequencies, and to the assistance of everybody at home watching this live, I thank you for the I am that I am, that I am, that I am, that I am, that I am. Futz. Here we go. the cloud cover, everybody. So our galactic heritage, our Lyran aspects, whether they happen to be in 6th density, 8th density, 10th density, 14th density, or somewhere much, much higher in this present moment, what they would like us to know is past, distant past, not so distant past, present moment, the next upcoming future moment, and the not so distant future. So when I say distant past, in a reality where we're only paying attention to the present moment, this is something that's happened how long? About the past 5 months. Okay, so in about the past 5 months, it doesn't get really much better than right here. Something major had released. Something major has released with these aspects. So from what I've worked with and what I've seen with my aspect and things that have been going on with my Lyran aspect, there was a lot of forgiveness of the self. There was a lot of quick to react. There was a certain amount of lack of patience, which was due, which was very due, because many of the Starseed lineages that we'll be working with today get what's known as a reprieve. They get to go home. They get to, in between lifetimes, go on what would be considered something like a vacation. And since Avalon was destroyed, this home planet of the Lyrans, there are places that they visit that are very beautiful. But this yearning to go home and not being able to go home has allowed certain of my galactic brothers and sisters to get almost stuck in an adept level of the awakening. And this has been completed. This has been released. That's what I'm seeing right here. I see this release. I see this letting go. I see this importance in us being this immovable object of love cloud cover in this present moment. And what this is leading up to is treating others how we want to be treated. So seeing that the way that we've been treating others has been making life easier or making life more difficult. The 7th seal has broken in this present moment. Do unto others what we want done unto ourselves. With great power comes great responsibility, and this ability to attain karma or to stack dharma is what is taking place as we make these choices in this next present moment, which is all we are truly in. Okay, so it can't really get much better than these cards in the not so distant future here. What our Lyran aspects want us to know. We see the Merkaba right here. We see both frequencies: fire, water, masculine, feminine, the inner, the outer, the light, the shadow. We see the entire tree of the Sephiroth and the spiritual being the bottom row, physical being the top row. When I see this moving forward with balance, how do we move forward with balance? How do we make the most loving choice? With patience, by pausing, by allowing what is right, what is just to come through as these observers, as these warriors, as these ambassadors, as these commanders, as these colonels, wherever we are. We are here to lead forward with spirit. We are here to achieve this mission of putting wings on the cat, of ascending here, my family. You could make up the fact that we see this cat card in the future, but why would you want to? Okay, so with looking at the message from these other dimensional versions, we are on a journey. We chose this journey. We did not choose a journey that we thought was possible to fail. We chose this journey because we knew it would be a success, because we know who we are, and we know that these different lineages that have butted heads across time and space in the past, in this present moment, agreeing to work together, are unstoppable. They are unbreakable. They are unpressable. They are immovable. Because getting this level of passion and getting that through the eye of the needle in a multidimensional reality cannot be stopped. Forces that are being controlled do not have passion. Forces that are being controlled do not have true, epic, galactic fire, my family. So you that chose this reading, that chose this, wanted to be reminded in the power of your love. And some of your love sometimes might come through in a frequency that might not seem like love to those around you, but you're being reminded to make the loving choice day in, day out. You're being reminded that the testing seems to be done, but the testing can pick up in any present moment. We can be tested to see, are we able to attain this bigger vessel, this bigger vehicle, this more power? Because with great power comes great responsibility, my family. Thank you. Tell them that we're sorry. Tell them that we're sorry for having that unforgiveness when we did have that unforgiveness, but it was very difficult to release what we needed to release. It's much better now. The power on the other side is it's not measurable. It's not measurable. Thank you. True purity coming through the eye of the needle. Can't spell purity without PRR, which is the purr. That is the cat when the cat is happy. So what is it that makes your Lyran frequency happy? What is it that your Lyran inner child needs? What is it that your Lyran feminine needs? Your Lyran masculine? This is a multidimensional reality, making sure that we're doing the multidimensional things that we need to do every day to be in the highest frequency that we can be in. Thank you. Thank you to all the frequencies that allowed this message to come through. Thank you for all the help at home. Thank you so much. Okay. Bellissimo. Very, very good. Okay. Now you watch me watching them. Okay. And on to the next. So, alrighty. Oh, let me clear the deck. I'm going to get number 2 right on in there. If you chose this skull, I can see why. Let's go. I love you, plant, but you're bothering me today. Okay. I need room. Daddy needs room. Okay. Who chose number 2? Who does number 2 work for? Okay. Okay. So it's a very, 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 very... it's hard to even put a number on it. Either second or third. But I would say this was like second because this is what came up during my dream time last night. It came up in the form of a wolf. But what does that wolf represent to me? What does that husky represent? What does the dog represent? Is the dog star, and who we will be channeling next is Sirius. Okay, so it's like a totally different frequency. Oh God, there's no comparison. All right, so Is this Sirius A or Sirius B or Sirius C? What are we working with here today? B, Sirius B, okay? Your Elven frequency wants to come through today, okay? This is governing that light that Alexander loves so much, that baby blue, cobalt blue, royal blue, white baby blue, okay? Very, very strong connections to the Virgin Mary and Kuan Yin from this planet. They don't call her the Syrian Miriam for nothing. But our Elven aspects are wanting to come through in this reading. So let me begin shuffling. Try not to get freaked out at home if Alexander starts to look like an elf during this reading. The highest benevolent Syrian frequencies of Elven nature. With these cards, highest benevolent Syrian frequencies from A, B, or C, with any assistance that can be brought from anybody at home or anybody here. The most divine message that can't come through these cards will come through Alexander in this present moment. Thank you so much. Oh. Interesting. What is an Elven? Let's first speak about hybridization and what hybridization means in this present moment. The Elvens are a mixture of the Starseed lineage, which just came through, which was the Lyran aspect. When we combine a Lyran with what is known as a Pleiadian or a high angelic, that is how we get to these tall beings with pointy ears and slightly slanted eyes. When you combine a cat with something which is humanoid with wings and in nature, you get something very metaphysical. You get something very, what would be considered on this planet to be Merlin-esque. Okay, so with these frequencies and the connections to nature and the destruction of nature that's been taking place in this reality, there's been a heavy heart. There's been a heavy toll that the people that are close to this color of light, the people that are more drawn to the baby blue color, the people that are more drawn to the cobalt blue, the royal blue, not the green blues though. These other blues that are barely even represented here, which are combined also with a rainbow light through the ascension process that is 11D, Elven 11. Okay, so communicating with these frequencies of the self, there's been a very, very difficult truth that took place somewhere in the past. There's been something that was a difficult window to look through because, once again, dealing with hybridization cannot always be easy, but to have hybridization be a necessity, a necessary cogwheel in the function of reality in this present moment and the present moments before, to be able to have these powerful angelic aspects be able to reside here on this planet. This all needed to take place on Sirius B a very long time ago. So some of this was looked at more recently as a choice as well. But this choice is more, how do I want to show up? Instead of it being this great responsibility that it was in the prior reading, this is, how do I want to show up as a hybrid? What is it that I want to do? And to not call it a difficulty, but to know that there is a lack of words in this English language. And I wish I could just send to you the proper frequency of what I'm feeling in this moment. But the job was not as easy to get done, to get to this point that we have made it to successfully without these powerful nature frequencies. Do we have nature around us? Is the nature around us beautiful? Yes. But there is a heartache that was being carried by these aspects, and the people that are watching this, that picked this skull and picked this number, that the upload, the download, the side load, the information and the counseling is done, the spiritual counseling is done. This has been coming through from the angelic frequencies. This has been coming through from a lot of galactic heritage that knew that we needed to be, at this point of being, these counselors ourselves. So Spirit wants you to know. So your Sirian aspect, your Elven aspect wants you to know that to get to this frequency of being a physical nature elemental, because this Elven frequency is where this fairies come from, plain and simple. So this is what happens when we have a multidimensional aspect be created through hybridization of a Lyran and an elf. So there is a very, very massive upload, download that is coming very, very soon. It's coming very, very soon, within the next few days. Some of you have gotten this information more recently. Some of you have gotten quite a massive upload or download about 2 days ago. But it can be taking another 5 days for this to integrate for some of you that are watching this frequency now. So with this rainbow light, with this epic upload, download, just certain galactic frequencies that were unable to be perceived before, but are being perceived in this present moment because of shifts that have happened in the reality, with these 3 X-class solar flares, if you will, in a row, and what these flaming ether lights represent to humanity, and the shifts that have gone on in a molecular structure, in the molecular structure that is your suit, with the astral, the etheric, and the causal bodies. Some of this might seem chaotic in nature. It is not chaotic. It is chaotic if you believe it's chaotic. But over the course of the next 5 days, you're being asked to observe, and you're being asked to truly forgive. Now, is there something that wants to come through in the form of a session, in the form of a healing? The healing begins now, my family. The healing begins right now of this hurt. So if I can just bring these cards in a little bit closer for now. This is the reason why sometimes things would upset you more than other people as they were taking place, and other people in the reality would have to calm you down and take you off of these ledges, if you will. The way that this is to be healed and addressed the most is not by reacting the same way that we were reacted to, which we all know in this present moment. But what is wanted to be seen right now is this healing right here. Okay? This soul healing of whatever took place happened then, and it is healed now because we are here now, and we are initiating this healing to go to wherever this earth is in this future moment, and to get that instilled image and that instilled print of that, and to how do we best explain this? To picturing the earth as one. And let's use the moon as a more simple example. To have the earth as one and the moon as one, and to separate 2 holographic images of both of these astral bodies. Would it be faster to travel to the moon, or would it be faster to separate two holographic images and to instantaneously bring the moon to yourself? This is what is asked to be shown to you at this present moment of this galactic healing as the Time Lords that you are. As the powerful frequencies and light benders that are watching this broadcast and picked this very, very powerful hybridization and protectors of nature and protectors of animals, and the ones that came here to do their job, to be Kuan Yin, to be the Virgin Mary, to be the white buffalo woman, to be the feminine in the suit of some of you masculine watching this. Thank you for being here, and thank you for initiating this healing throughout time and space. But know that when we do heal something that was traumatic in the past, present, and future, and we decide with conviction to heal this now in this present moment, there can be some things that come up. So to take your time with this, to move with this, to observe your own thoughts as if they are cloud cover, to observe your own thoughts as if they are not your own, because they are not the version of you that you know that is sitting within you now. They are some version of you from the past, present, and future, which had every right to be upset and has been doing a damn well job, in Alexander's opinion, of keeping patience and not reacting when it seemed very easy to react. I thank you for that. We thank you for that. The balance is achieved now. The angelic frequencies are helping now. The Pleiadians and Lyrans and the Andromedans and the Arcturians and the many of the frequencies that were not in support are very much so in support, because we know that this is the only way forward, is by going through this and doing this together. So this is all to be healed right now, and the guilt and anything that will be accepted by the people that did this will be accepted. It is not your job, my Elven family. It is not your job to delve out that hand. It is not your job, even though sometimes certain aspects of the multidimensional ego and certain aspects of the physical ego might find it very easy to react in these manners. Certain aspects might find it very easy to not want to allow these lower dimensional entities possessing our family around us to be able to get away with what took place. But true compassion and true sacrifice is by allowing this, because it already is done. So what else can we do but allow it and move forward in the highest frequency? And the highest frequency is by having this be healed multidimensionally throughout all time and space in this present moment. And so it is. Yeah. Okay. Oof. Some like it hot. Oh. Felt that one in the left side of my jaw. Okay. Is there anything else? They're happy. Moving on to number 3. Whew. 3622. Oh. Here we go. Got to get the suit ready for this one. All right. Spread your wings, my family. If you picked number 3, you picked the Pleiadian frequency. You picked the high angelics that we all are, that you are, the ones that we came here to be. Whether it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, however many wings, you've gone through the pain of acquiring through your physical suit, your etheric suit, your causal suit, your astral suits. We thank you and we applaud you on doing what was very, very difficult, if not impossible, in other areas of this reality. Calling in the highest benevolent forces and frequencies from the Pleiad constellation, the Pleiad frequencies, wherever they are, wherever they've ascended to, and their guides and their other dimensional versions in this present moment, calling in the Pleiades, calling in the highest benevolent archangels, seraphim, the virtues, and all that can be assisting in the highest frequency of love, in the frequency of light, coming through this eye of this needle, which is the Pleiadian constellation, the Pleiadian frequency, the angelic frequency. That is my family that is here watching. Any assistance that can come from those of you at home to hold the highest love in light frequency is very applauded and thanked right now in this present moment. Thank you for being here with me, my family. Yeah. Yes. Oh. Here we go. Yeah. Mm, mm. So right off the bat, our Pleiadian frequencies want to communicate with all of us to thank us for the physical pain that had to come through your shoulder blades, the physical pain that came through your backs in the past, the physical pain of existing with an multidimensional broken wing and missing feathers and clumped up wings, afraid to be even released in the present moment because of what took place in other areas and other times. So you are very, very applauded for doing this work and being these frequencies. And the children have been watching you, and the children see you, because the children have that angelic essence. And the children, through certain aspects of multidimensional ego and physical ego, are able to see less, but they still see, and we all see. And this frequency of being able to see the eyes, this angelic rainbow, if you will, which can be cast out of the iris, and what that iris represents throughout time and space and in the mythologies, was left there for you for a reason. But to those of you with these pains in your backs, if you happen to still be dealing with them and you know them not to be real, you know they do not come from some sort of twist or picking something up, please spread your wings. Please release that energy from your back without guilt, without worry. You are very protected. You are very taken care of, and it is time for you to celebrate that which you have worked very difficult, more difficult than most, to get to this moment, and you are applauded for that. These frequencies that were very energetic, that made it seem to you that it was you were constantly working your way up a hill and rolling back down the hill, and working your way up the hill and rolling back down the hill. This was to make you stronger. You agreed to this. So please forgive what that is. Please forgive yourself for agreeing to this. You needed to agree to that because there were certain tensions that needed to be built over time to strengthen the frequency that was your back, to strengthen the frequency that was your mind, that was your spirit, to be able to be the you, these seraph, these seraphim, these cherubim that are here right now observing this video. So this crying over spilled milk, there's something that's being carried that is no longer yours to carry. There is something that you agreed to carry until, let's be honest, sometime in the not so distant past. So the frequency that's coming through from the Pleiadians, and what they want you to know in this present moment, is there is a bag or a backpack or some sort of vessel that you are carrying that you no longer need to carry. And it is done. And all you're asked to do is to be you. And for you to truly be you, you're being asked to spread your wings. You're being asked to integrate that dragon. You're being asked to integrate that frequency. You're being reminded that you cannot be drained by energy vampires. You're being reminded that your cup cannot be drained. It will constantly overflow to the point of the system would backfire if you really knew how powerful you are. And you're being asked to remember that in this present moment right now. You're being asked to remember how powerful you really are, and that certain worries and things that were coming up in the past were necessary to get you to now. And you've survived till now, and you've thrived till now. But now you're being asked to thrive beyond a level where your self-worthiness is probably ready for. So you're also being asked to work on your self-worthiness. You're also being asked to celebrate. You're also being asked to applaud yourself and yourselves and all of us for making it to this point. This mind, body, spirit, across all of these 7 realities, across all of time and space. This mission has failed many more times than it has been successful. So thank you for being part of this successful mission. What do I do next, Alexander? What do I do next once I shift into this level of worthiness that I'm being asked to shift into? You are going to do next what you do not know what you are going to do, which nobody knows what you are going to do, because you've never been in this level of self-worthiness before. You're being asked to step into that level of self-worthiness, and you're being asked to do whatever it is that is necessary to release this and stop allowing these excuses to exist. Are you making the excuses? No. You're partially responsible for them in the fact that you asked for these things to be these physical blockages, these etheric blockages, these causal blockages, these astral blockages. But these blockages are only existing now in this present moment because you believe they are. So your belief structure as the high angelics that you are, that picked this skull, this frequency number 3, that picked this purple triangle frequency, that picked this, ascended to get to this color, red plus blue, the masculine plus the feminine, the fire plus the water, and what you have integrated to truly see what choice it is that come next. There are many, many things that you came here to do. There are many, many things that you will be seeing once you release these wings, once you spread these wings, once you truly feel safe and worthy. There is no guilt that needs to be had for not feeling safe and worthy. This was necessary. This was necessary because being fully in that power with your extra powerful gaze, with the power that your eyes hold, if you were in the level of worthiness that you're being asked to be in now, then this could have fried and backfired certain situations and made certain situations that were energetic, made them very physical, and they were not wanted to be physical. Now they are being asked to be physical. Now you are being asked to show up, to be the shield, to be the sword, to be the as above and the below of these angelic messengers, these messengers on these angel angles, the angles that are coming from 6 directions, that are coming from all of the directions, that are coming from forward, back, and now. You're asked to be this now in this present moment. But to be in this present moment, we need to make sure that you are moving forward, that you are in the front. And what has been coming through very recently is that when we are in fear, when we are in lack, and when we are in unworthiness, we are behind our center. We are in the back of the brain. You're being asked to be in the front of the brain, my angelic brothers and sisters, my fellow seraphim. My fellow seraphim. What is this? Serpent, fire, Sarah meaning serpent, and theme meaning fire. You are Leo, lion. You are these frequencies that are these upward triangles that we see. You are that purple fire. You are that violet flame. You are Archangel Michael and Uriel and Gabriel and Raphael working together from the 4 directions, from the 6 directions of also forward and back in this present moment. Thank you for that. Thank you for doing what it is that you have been doing. Thank you for holding space. Thank you for observing, and thank you for delivering messages. But your mission is about to shift. Your mission is about to shift to something else, and trust that. Maybe your mission has been easier because you knew when you did A, B, and C would happen. But now you're being asked to go into the unknown. And yes, this can seem scary. But if we're scared, we're in the back of the brain, and you're being asked to be in the present moment. You're being asked to be in the future moment because that is your gift. That is your skill set. And that's why it has been more difficult for you to be doing that. And thank you, my brothers and sisters, for doing this work. And I love you all so much. Ja, balance, returning to your truth, forgiving these energies, forgiving the lack of balance that you've been in at sometimes. It's time to be not only in balance, but the balancers. This is why your challenges sometimes reflected this. And I'm sure that some of you are smiling or even laughing as he says sometimes, because it has seemed like a constant. But this was to make you stronger. What better way than to train, than to be constantly doing that which some have done occasionally. And that is why you are so strong, and that's why you're able to do what it is that you're about to do, which is balance this reality while still leading. Instead of being a messenger, how you have been, leading by bringing these epic, balanced truths through and being yourself, truly. So spread your wings, my family, and thank you so much. Yeah, there's some variation. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, if you picked the fourth skull, if you picked the fourth energy, if you picked this beautiful color green, then you have picked Andromeda. And it's your Andromedan aspect that will be coming through in this present moment. Only the highest benevolent Andromedan frequencies and the green angels that are being asked to come through in this present moment. To any of you at home that could be assisting in this frequency coming through, Thank you all for being here. Seriously? This has already been here, hasn't it? Yeah, I get it. I get it. The cloud cover is representing having all of the elements on the table. The message from other dimensional versions might seem similar to the Pleiadian frequency that came through, but it's very different. This is talking about how truly hard you Andromedan starseeds have worked to get to this present moment. You have been the ones that have been holding up those around in your reality. You've been the ones that have been building up and carrying for many these people around you, the people that you were led or you agreed to, or you felt some feeling that it was right to assist these people, to help them, to be their wingman, if you will, wingwoman, if you will. So what we are seeing here in this distant past is, with the inner child upgrades that have taken place here on this planet, throughout this reality, throughout the entire multidimensional cosmos that is, you are also being asked to allow your mission, what you came here, to blossom into something else. You've spent so much time helping others and building up others, whether or not it seems like you've been doing it in your day-to-day. These people have been coming to you in what seems normal and seems like it happens for everybody. You are much of almost counselors in this way, sometimes silent counselors, and ones that are more able to listen. But there might have been times that those of you that chose this green light, some of you that ended up in this time and place as these feminine warriors, not that if masculines cannot carry that from a very masculine place, but these feminine warriors have been also wondering why they're not being listened to when they feel like they need to be listened to. But you are being listened to, my family. You are, once you allow yourself to be listened to. Okay, so how is this conveyed? How is the message conveyed? Is what your Andromedan frequency is wanting to remind you of. To those of you that are these green angels, you are the ones that came through with that shoulder, not like it's in an aggressive manner, but some of you came here first. Some of you came here to make sure that there was a helicopter landing platform, if I may, for other beings to be able to come in here, to be the way showers for the crystal kids, for the rainbow children, for some of even the indigos. You guys came in here first to be this very, very masculine feminine. You came in here as this mother wolf, if you may, frequency. And I use this only as an analogy to say, get out of the way. These are my children and they're coming through. And if you do not move, you will be moved. But that job is shifting now because this has been integrated. This release has taken place. And now that the inner child is having the capability of being integrated, whether or not it is for the majority, you are being reminded that where do I go? Do I go left or go right? Where do I go with all this power? Where do I go with all of this intuition? If I am not to continue to hold these people up, what do I do? You allow those that you held up to hold you up, to build you up, to throw you up, for the reality to show you the gratitude that you deserve for what you've done, my Andromedan brethren. I love you so much. Thank you. So what will come next with all of this power? And there is much, much to be returned to you as you release this. How do we truly serve others? We truly serve others by sometimes putting ourselves first, or what seems like putting ourselves first. And this is a message that's been coming through a lot recently on there seems to be this thing that's perceived as service to self if one is putting themselves first, but you're being asked to put mama first. You're being asked to put father frequency, grandmother, grandfather frequency first. And how do you show up for those frequencies if you're still trying to help the few? How do you help the all is by helping yourself. And it is time for those, and this mission that you've been on of building up others is now shifting towards you being built up, for you to now assist the great creator, the original creator of your soul, the original creator of quite possibly the reality that you're speaking to me and that you're listening to me and that you are coercing with the people that you've been building up. It is now time for a massive, massive shift that is coming, for you to truly reach this balance of truth, for you to truly reach what you are. There is very, very powerful, multiple dragons, if you will, multiple seraphim, very few. What is the percentage of Andromedan competition? Less than 2% of the Andromedans here have truly activated and assimilated and integrated the dragon frequencies that they are. This is something that is beyond a dragon. This is a multi-dimensional dragon that gets much larger when it becomes a phoenix. And these phoenixes are the ones that you are being asked to step into this new role of being these... How do I even label this? It's not really labelable. Is it easy? No, you're being asked to spend more time in meditation. You're being reminded of how good you feel when you are meditating more. You're being asked to wake up earlier. You're being asked to stay up later if need be, and to do this thing, which might seem like it's easier to do it tomorrow, to put it off till the next day, to make it next year's New Year's resolution. But you need to start pretty immediately, like right now, immediately, on doing whatever it is that you need to do, because it isn't easy. It isn't easy what's coming next. It isn't difficult either. But for you to be able to do this, your energy needs to be in the highest frequency that it can be. And for your energy to be able to integrate a phoenix, which is something that's going from a dragon having 55,000 scales to something that's having over 1 billion feathers, there is a weight to those feathers. There is a weight to that frequency. And all of you would be very applauded and be very beneficial for all of you to integrate this frequency. But any of you integrating this frequency is going to, how many thousand things will get more than 10 times better than how they have been for everybody around you. For those that you've been building up, they will almost get caught in your wake as you ascend upwards, as you internalize and realize that the way that you can help others in this present moment more is by, instead of spending time on the phone with them or sitting with them and as they mourn, is holding space for them and knowing that they were given choices and they were given time. And the way that you can see them thrive the most is getting to the place where all they can do is thrive. And they get there by you launching yourself, by this phoenix rising from these ashes, by going into the cocoon as something that would be considered more of a caterpillar and coming out as this very, very beautiful butterfly that is your soul, that is your essence. Does it need to be difficult? Absolutely not. The only reason it is difficult or is perceived as difficult is because it hasn't been done. But much of what has already been done in this reality that we speak in has never been done. So take that into account and release certain thoughts that might be fear-based, release certain thoughts that are used to how things have been and not wanting change. Change is a constant, and change is what is necessary. So if you're not seeing the change, take accountability for that change and take accountability for the fact that you're being asked to slightly change your role. And by slightly, I mean greatly. This Andromedan constellation was the constellation, like much for wayward souls, if you will. When people's planets were destroyed or they were on the run, this is where they would come. When I observe this place, it reminds me of almost the cantina scene in the Star Wars A New Hope movie, how all these different races and starseed lineages are in one place, seeming to get along, but sometimes butting heads. And that is the role that is shifted there, so will be shifting here and already has shifted of, like I was saying, taking care of others. Taking care of others. It is time for you to be taken care of, and you've done enough. You've done enough. You've earned your seat. You already had your seat. You already had your spot. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing what you've done, and I'm very excited to see where this takes you in this next present moment. I got goosebumps. They're happy. All right. Woo. All right. How is that? So what do you think? Next month we go back to the love readings? Oof. Do my eyes deceive me? My sister Angela, welcome. Yeah, Thank you for being here, everybody. Zoe! You guys, Zoe! Wake up, Brooke! Welcome, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for gently caressing that like button. Yeah, I like this. Supernova Nate. Silver Roses. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for hitting the like button, the subscribe button, all the things that make the thriving of this channel a constant thing and something that will improve upon every day. I will come back in a present moment and update the times and give you time date stamps. I appreciate those of you that have held space and made it easier for me to receive the frequency, whether it was from a lot of dragons. Thank you, my family. Which starseed lineages will come through next month? Very, very different. There might be one of these frequencies to come through again. One of these frequencies might come through a different crystal. I don't know. We are in uncharted waters, my family. Maybe a dragon will come through. Maybe a Arcturian will come through. So those of you, please, if anyone is out there feeling left out and was not resonating with one of these energies, just know that this reading will be very, very different every month. And thank you for being on this journey with me to have Galactic Tarot truly become its name, Galactic Tarot, which it is. And I love you all so much. There's buttons if you want to do other things. There's weekly readings. There's safe space transmissions and much that we do, and epic things that will be shifting on many of the websites. If you will be in the Los Angeles area in early February, Alexander will be in the physical. He will be speaking there. I'm pretty sure it's a free talk once you get in the building. And yeah, if you want to come feel the energy of a crystal current energy tool, I will be right there. And I'd love to see you. Give you a big hug and have your feet just shake. Put me down, Alexander. Just, this one's mine. No, I'm just kidding. I love you all so much. This was awesome. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for doing the work that we did to get to this point. And thank you all for supporting me in this channel and making this vibration feel safer to be able to do that which we were not allowed to do, so to speak. We are the powers that were now, my family. Please remember that. I love you all so much. I will see you all very, very soon. Mwah. And check out the daily readings. We're doing one card a day, one cloud cover a day on YouTube Shorts. Subscribe, do the things that make the dings and jingle the bells, and I love you all so much. I think we only need 10 more subscribers to get to 2,700, 2,800. I don't know, those numbers. Just hit the buttons and share this out, and I love you all so much. Cheers, my family. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah.